and welcome to another exciting edition of Inside Eve. Yes, my name is Fome, and right here with me is this red-lipped beauty.
My name is Aderisola. If it's my name is Aderisola. Welcome to the show.
Just call her Derry. I know she wanted to add that.
I had to hold back, like, no way, not today. You people know. Someone actually calls me mouthful now here.
Ah, are you serious? That's a nice one. I think I will
try
too.
it.
So mouthful, have you noticed the kind of tension in the air? Like there's lots of traffic. There's just this mood. Like the mood is
You're not
really
talking to me,
changing.
right?
I'm talking to Derry. Pardon me.
No, you don't even want to go there. There's a lot of tension. There's fear. There's anxiety.
Yeah, I can't wait for this
people are
weekend to be over.
traveling. Everybody's just, I don't know.
You know, it reminds me of the times of like Jesus when everybody was traveling to their hometown for.
Oh yeah, when Joseph and Mary wanted to, you know, census and all that.
Yes, like it's something else.
I don't know what's going on, but whatever it is, we just hope for a very peaceful,
yeah. Stay
peaceful
safe wherever you
election
are.
period.
Well, on to news around town.
We don't talk election.
Babe, imagine if your 2-year-old gets drunk.
No.
Yes.
No way.
You know, my mom told me a story when we were growing up that she got drunk. She went and took her dad's palm wine. So, like, she took a whole lot and then she got drunk, like she was sick. And then they gave her lots of palm oil to drink to, like, neutralize the effect.
Yeah, I know palm oil has a lot of neutralizing effects. Yeah.
So in Texas, there's this story of a couple. They went out to celebrate the man's birthday. Okay. And then their 2-year-old was served sangria instead of cranberry juice. Now, sangria is like a mix of, it's like a cocktail. And it
has a lot of alcohol,
brandy in it.
oh, sugar.
And chopped fruits and all of that.
And it was a mistake?
It was a mistake. Who makes that kind of mistake? Maybe she was new. Maybe the waitress was new. Because I can't imagine. Apparently, they ordered non-alcoholic drinks. And then she was served.
And then they gave the little angel. They gave her...
And the babe said, this thing tastes funny. The parents tasted it and... But if you taste something with alcohol, I'm sure you would know there's alcohol.
Maybe she already had, like, a mouthful.
So she couldn't taste it anymore.
She already know, the child probably had, like,
she had already
a few gulps and just, Mom, you know these kids abroad, just 2 years old now.
Ah, and there was no palm wine to give. There was no palm oil to give her.
They no one buy her day.
So I mean, she was rushed to the hospital.
It's funny now because the girl survived it. You know, they had to rush her to the hospital.
Yeah.
She survived it, but I can't imagine. Nobody should be careless like that. Then again, maybe right now parents should like cultivate the habit of before your child takes anything, you take a sip. Before your child eats anything, you take a spoon of it. It's just I mean, safety precautions.
I think sometimes it's just like, who would expect that really?
Yeah, I know. But then if it's not a known brand and you don't like open it from, if it's a mixed cocktail drink, a mixed whatever it is.
They ordered non-alcoholic
drinks. With this knowledge that we have, henceforth, anybody, if you're going to give your baby anything and it's not open in front of you, it's not mixed in front of you, I beg you, sweetheart, taste
before you serve.
Share is alcohol. What if you, God forbid? What if it was like bleach or something inside? I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
She recovered and she's fine.
Yeah.
We've all learned from that as well.
Speaking of children, you know, Angelina Jolie, that babe is just something else. She got her ovaries removed.
As well as the...
she already had the mastectomy sometime in 2013, and she got her ovaries removed. I think she's pretty bold. I don't know, I'm confused. I don't know if to say, why are you just taking law into your hands? Because you know you have...
I think it's better.
You have, your body's cancer prone, like... your parents, maybe your genes and all that, you might have
guys,
it.
I don't know how they determine if they have those cells or
no,
genes or whatever.
But science has gone far now.
Because even for a little baby, they can determine, there are tests that they run to determine the illnesses that that child might have in the future. Yeah, science has gone that far.
Let's go and study something.
No, I'm okay here.
As in the world can be flying over our heads, babes.
I'm fine right here,
you know,
girl.
so, okay, Angelina Jolie had her ovaries removed after she had her 2 boobies removed. And she's still very hot anyway.
She is,
going strong. So somebody, Kelly Osbourne, a TV talk show host, decided that she just to get her own, maybe ovaries removed. You know, she checked herself and saw that her genes are also prone to cancer because her mom actually had like double mastectomy. So since this thing might just come close, why don't we just yank these ovaries off? Ah, those people have mind.
No, I don't have a problem with it, really. What I have a problem with is Kelly Osbourne. In Kelly Osbourne's case, she hasn't had kids yet.
She will adopt now. She
no. Or she can freeze her eggs and stuff like that. But if a woman is advanced, she has had kids, and she knows for sure, I'm not going to have any more kids, and you know that, and she knows rather that she's prone, then take it off.
I just feel this is like they are interrupting nature in so many ways. I don't know. That's why I said I'm torn between feeling like, okay, this cancer can't kill me. There's a lot I have to give to the world. Just before you get me, chop, 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 chop. At the same time, I'm feeling like, why are you running ahead of yourself now? Something will keep us now. Like,
so you want to wait
kill someone.
They should rather wait for it to get them.
I don't know. Really,
okay,
I don't know.
Let me share a story with you. I wasn't going to share it, but
okay, please do share.
Okay, so my mom, like some years back, maybe like 15 years back or so,
okay,
she did the pap smear test, and then they found some cells, meaning that, okay, it may or may not, but she didn't want to know. My dad is late. He passed on years ago. She doesn't have any plans to remarry. She doesn't have plans to get another child. So she took them out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's a better option.
I know, I'm just being
battling
sentimental with cancer.
With cancer, yeah.
I mean, I'm happy for them that it's stuff that they can take out. They had tongue or throat. How are you going to cut?
So you're going to cut out?
And that's why she can shakara with those things. That by the time she takes off the real breast, they just do surgery, and she has really, really hot babies. Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of cancer, well, apparently Angelina Jolie's, pardon me, not Angelina Jolie.
You like that baby?
Well, she's hot.
Yeah, hot too, babes.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah, whatever.
Not Angelina Jolie, Celine Dion. Yeah, her husband has been battling cancer for years now, and she took time off to you know, help him to recover and all of that. He had battled it. It seemed to have gone, and then like a year ago, it's resurfaced.
That's the saddest thing ever.
And she's had to feed him 3 times a day. You know, I was expecting for her to say that maybe they had a maid that fed him, but she does it herself.
No, but you know that
very commendable.
Yeah, you know Celine Dion from her kind of music. You know she's very lovey, homely. 'Cause I'm your lady.
And
you know those songs. She sounds very. I'd be surprised if she, well, maybe didn't do that.
Wow. It's quite
but then
sad. She took time off her career to help him to recover and all of that. And children also have been very, very supportive. Now, that's true love for me, man. Really.
And male children, by the way, they are supportive. Yeah, they're taken care of. I'm jumping, Abby. Anyway, I think every woman out there should look out for their own man, look out for their person, you know, take
definitely.
care of. Yeah. Not, I think he was a manager at some point. He had to quit.
And then he had to,
If someone has been there for you, for crying out loud.
He's quite old too, 73. Wow. And they've been together for, what, 15 years or thereabouts?
No, they've been together for so long, but they knew each other 14 years before they even got married in 1994.
Yeah, they knew each other for 14 years. That's a long time.
If she knows stand by
her, for them.
She's such an African woman.
At heart.
That's why, you know some people call her Selena or Dion. Selena or Dion or something like that. She's from the East. As in, she's so African.
From States, it's Selena Dion.
Look, remember, that's serious, Selena Dion. You know, remember that babe, the 70 stone babe, the 600 pounds lady, who, I mean, she's now very hot, and then she just flipped and left her husband. Whatever the reason is, as far as I'm concerned, she just left her husband. When she was really big, she didn't have excuses and all that.
She couldn't just live like that.
She should go away. She couldn't stand up. She couldn't even stand up to leave. The guy had to take care of her, you know. But I always, outside Nigeria, especially with the white people, you have a lot of interesting marital issues. So when I find African women in white skin, like Selena or Dion, I always salute. Nice one. And the fact that she's bringing in the children into the whole caregiving thing.
Of course, yeah.
She's African. We need to trace this thing. Assignment for us.
Right.
And I'm sure we are related. Let's move on. Fome, don't even go there.
Oh, we'll talk about that after the show.
We are related.
We'll talk about that after the show. Well, tonight's show is, we're going to be speaking about a topic that's, how do I put this now? A topic that is quite relevant, especially to our African culture. Boy, girl, favoritism, child preference in the family. Yeah, I can't wait to tackle that one, really. I can't wait to tackle that one. Let me quickly let you in on all our details, our social media circles as well. If you haven't liked our Facebook page yet, you're missing out. Yeah. If you haven't downloaded our app, you're missing. Quickly download the app. If you whether you use a Windows phone, a BlackBerry, Apple, go to the respective stores and use the search term R2TV. Download it and enjoy seamless transmission. Yes, you heard that right. If it's not seamless, then it's probably your network, because it is seamless. And then please like our Facebook page and do comment on all of our programs. You see them right there, live. And there's a live stream. Yeah, you can also watch all our shows via our Facebook page. And then the numbers to call tonight are 08091 222 23, 08091 22224. And Derry, please help out.
08091 222285, 08091 Baby, you soon see this dance.
I can't wait to introduce Boo to that dance.
2222. So you got it. Call.
Yeah, we need you to call. If you're just joining the show, then now it's probably the best time of your day or your evening. Yeah, we're going on a quick break right now. And when we get back, yeah, we'll be tackling the issue of boy, child, girl, child favoritism, or boy, child, girl, child preference in the family. Please don't go anywhere. Keep it locked. See ya.
You don't do. I don't tire for all the things where you dey yarn.
You dey yarn okpata. Shey you think say na only you fit buga? I go show you.
You dey show yourself all these years. I just dey look you. This time, you go know the kind of person we are.
I've been the watch as you dey try scatter my future.
The future wey I dey try organize for myself, small, small. Na him you dey try kill, abi?
Na to kill, scatter, and destroy my powers always dey your agenda, abi? Oh, but you know fit, not this time.
I don't set my own agenda.
I know how way your agenda go fit pass my agenda.
Because my agenda strong pass your agenda.
For this election, the agenda now.
It's our future.
No violence.
Just vote.
Set the agenda for this election. No violence, just vote.
So what is love? Love is different to different people. But to me, love is everything. Love is kind, love is patient, love knows no wrong, love is beautiful. And yes, Bobo, I'm in love. I am a firm believer of love. With love comes trust. So if you want to be in love, better trust. Love is R. Love is real. Love is R2TV.
This is Beat the Clock! Best, most awesome game show on the planet.
Are you ready to beat the clock?
Ow, your time is up.
Oh no, you ran out of time. You ran out of time, Randy.
I am so sorry you exhausted your fast. Congratulations, Kelly. Now I can do my victory dance.
Over.
Yeah, what's up, my people? It's your boy Solistar. The election is coming up very, very soon. No one thinks we can have a peaceful election. Let's prove them wrong. Let's vote peacefully. Please, let's vote peacefully.
You like food? I like food. I like to eat. I love soups, stews, rice, beans, cake. I love desserts, vanilla, strawberry, ice cream. Wait, it can only get tastier on R2TV.
if you're just joining us, well, you missed out on a lot. But then, you're welcome to the show. You know, we're always so welcoming on Inside Eve. Yes. You know, recently I met a lady. She was pregnant, like heavily pregnant. And then she told us that she told us, my husband and I, that she had 3 boys and she was trying to get a 3rd. I've heard of that kind of story often, and oftentimes it doesn't really end well.
She was trying to get a what?
She was trying to get a girl. She has 3 boys.
Already on ground.
Already. So I hope she has a girl. But then what's really the issue with this boy child, girl child, favoritism in the family or preference? Most guys I know, you know, from back then, they would rather have a male child first, or they would rather have male children. That's for some men. But then again, that ideology is kind of changing these days. You know, I was actually a victim. Yes. My mom had 2 boys and then had my sister. And then when she had me, my dad was upset that she had another girl.
But there were 2 boys on ground.
I was supposed to be a boy. So I was supposed to be a boy. but then when I grew
such a diva,
up,
like, so not the boy.
Oh, you know the funny thing, I grew so close to my dad. Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you, my darling. I grew so close to my dad, and later on, when, you know, I went out there, I was achieving stuff, my mom would just look at me and laugh and say, so this is the same child that, you know, your father wanted you to be a boy. So what's the difference, really? Is it because guys are more successful? I understand that, you know, guys carry on the family name and all of that, but then a child is a child. It's a child. You don't make them. You don't determine the sex of your child. Except, of course, I know for sure that if you say before you have that child that you want that sex and you're serious about it, it often works.
Faith.
Yeah, it does.
Confessions. That's on the spiritual angle.
That's another angle entirely. But not after you've had the child, you're complaining that and the blame is on the woman.
That's the saddest part, babes. And according to science, it is so not the woman's thing. You know, I think you were telling me about, okay, let me briefly explain. According to biology, according to science, a woman's egg can give you X chromosomes only. But the man's sperm can give you X or Y chromosomes. Therefore, if I as a woman is producing X chromosomes and you as a man, you're coming on to me with X, all I can give you is woman. If you're coming to me with Y, if what you give me when we copulate is Y, then I would give you a man. So how am I supposed to remix your X chromosome that you've given me to give you a man?
A man.
You know, I could understand that some of our parents, like in the 80s, in the 70s, 60s, a lot of people didn't know much about this, and it was just this woman has not given you a girl, a man. She has not. All she's having is a house full of girls. You know, there's a saying in Yoruba that actually implies that, like you have, they say you're a witch or something. You're now giving birth to all females.
What?
Like you have, and I think it's believed that witches can transfer to their female children. So they're calling you a witch. You can't born female joy. You know. So there was really this downside to having only girls. You know, sometimes they'd even kick them out and have another woman come in to prove that the man is capable. And then sometimes it would happen.
Yeah, that they would even continue having girls.
Yeah, but it hurts when in this day of Google is your friend, exposure and all of that, everybody has information, at least basic information. You still have some men who'd say, this lady has not given me a... the thought of her has not given me is even...
You know what? Basically, I think it boils down to... I thought about this whole thing. You have a child in the first place.
Okay.
But then you're not grateful enough that it's not the sex that you want. So I think it's just a question of being ungrateful, ingratitude.
Yeah.
Because think of it, some people are looking for children. Whether boy or girl, doesn't matter to them. We have a caller on the line. Hello, Bayo.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to the show.
All right, thank you.
Yes. What's your contribution, please?
Now, of course, I would love my girl child a lot more than my son, okay?
Wow.
Because I probably want to discipline the guy, let the guy grow up soft now to, make money, earn money,
Yeah.
Okay.
handle a lot of things. But, I can't do without that male child.
You can't do without the male child.
You said?
You can't do without the male child.
Yes,
Why?
yes.
What?
I'll give my life for it.
So
even if it means you getting married to someone else, having a second wife to give you a male child, would you go that far?
Oh, if I was very rich, I would.
Okay.
you would. Okay.
Very rich.
Okay, and then last question I want to ask you: do you show your preference for the male child over the female child?
No.
You don't.
No, because I'm blessed enough to have no child. So
No children.
yeah, so I don't have that problem at all.
But you're aware that you having a male child or your wife giving you a male child is dependent on your chromosomes, the chromosomes you give to her, right?
Of course.
So please don't go outside to
But
shop. It's not a two-way thing, sir, according to science.
Yes. No, I'm responsible. Okay, what if I give her an X and a Y? I should take the X.
No, you only have the chance to give one. The other one is deactivated. So it's either you're giving the X or you give the Y, but not both at the same time.
So work hard at distributing Y.
Thank you so much for calling.
Don't go shopping outside, though.
Have a good evening.
No.
It's not allowed. All right, good evening.
Bye.
Thank you. Abi, he shouldn't go shopping outside now.
But you know the funny thing about this preference? I don't know how you can't help but just love your children. We have another caller,
True.
Sammy from Lagos. Good evening, Sammy. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Thanks for calling, Sammy. How's your day been?
My day's been great, very great.
Great.
Yeah. Nice. I heard what the last caller said.
Yeah.
Now, he said something about wanting his female children, yeah? And that he would give anything to have a male child. Right? Now, question to him is this. If they say, how would I put it now? Say now female children offend government, have you waited? Now, my point here is this.
Say now female children offend government.
Or you have all boys.
Okay.
Child.
Yes.
So if I have all girls, bless God for that.
Yes.
And if I have all boys, still, for me, I prefer to have all girls anyway. So.
Really? That's a first.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead.
What kind of seeds have you been able to sow? Or were you able to sow as a young boy when you were a bachelor? Were you nice and good to ladies?
Oh, yes, I was.
Oh, that's why you can afford to wish for girls.
And I actually started, I decided, it was a firm decision I made. And I started with my sisters, then my mom. I extended it to my female friends.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Another question, Sammy. I said when you said you rather have all female children.
Yeah.
I said that's a first, and I said that because most guys don't even want to have female children. Some guys.
Yes, I've heard that a lot.
I've heard that a lot. What do you think is responsible for that?
Well, I've heard people say that that if you have all girls, it means your lineage will die there. I beg to disagree. Your lineage will not die there. Your lineage is beyond the sperm you donate.
Okay.
It extends to the influence you have. If I have female children only, and they have children, my lineage is still there.
True.
It can never die.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sammy.
Anyway, thank you, ladies. You guys agree.
Thank you so much for calling. Thank you. I appreciate your call.
We miss Bobo.
Yeah, we miss her too.
Bye. We have another caller, Paul from Kaduna. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening.
Good evening. Paul, could you please reduce the volume of your
hear you
TV?
loud and clear.
I can hear myself loud and clear. Please. Thank you, Paul.
Hello?
Hello, Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please reduce the volume. Have you reduced it? The volume of your set. Thank you.
Oh, hello?
I'll produce it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your contribution to
Yeah,
the
I prefer, for me, anyone God gives me is the same thing.
Are you sure?
Because in our family, we are 5 in number. Then the one following me, she's a lady. Then the remaining one are boys. We are 5, then one girl.
That's 6.
But for me, anyone, even if it is all true male or female, it's just God. I don't have any.
Correct. Guy.
Correct.
Guy.
I like.
Thank you, Paul.
That's very cool.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married. I'm still single.
Okay.
Still searching, still single.
Close your eyes as I pray for you.
Yeah, right.
Don't mind me.
Thank
Find
you so much for
someone
calling, Paul. Keep watching the show. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Well, it's encouraging when you hear stuff like this. When you hear people that are like eager to just make it. I mean, accept what it is. You were saying. Wow.
I was saying. Oh, another caller. Mayowa from Abulegba in Lagos. Good evening, Mayowa.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
Good evening. We're doing very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very good. I'm very good to be back on this program.
Oh, thank
nice
you.
one.
Thank you.
Yeah, let me just take give you my take on the program.
Okay.
Putting a daughter on family planning when we discover she has started having sex, right?
Oh, okay.
That was what we discussed on Monday.
Okay, that was on Sunday. So what's the topic for today?
Today we're talking about preference of the gender of the child. And parents favoring one sex over the other as well.
Oh, parent doesn't have to favor any sex in a family.
So you don't mind having all girls or all boys?
It doesn't matter because children are gifts from God, and God can decide to give you whatever gifts He desires.
Yes.
Yeah.
So who are you to actually favor one
above the other
in respect of the other one?
Okay.
A child is a child, a male or a female, it doesn't matter.
We agree with you.
Yeah. So they should all be treated the same way. Because you even cause problems, you cause rancor in between them if they actually realize you have a preference and miss them. In the long run, they will turn out to be their own enemies. You see the children forming parties at home.
Yes,
we don't want to mess. You see parties, conflicts and everything. So it's not nice to show preference to any sex of children in the family.
All right. Well,
thank you
so very much.
Thank you for your
That was
contribution.
really constructive.
All right, then.
Thank you.
Bye. Oh, another caller, Mr. Olagudu from Warri. Oh, wow.
Area.
Good evening. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening,
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. Olagunde is my name.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, I want to contribute to the program.
Okay, we're listening, sir.
Okay. As far as I'm concerned, if God gives you all male children, it's fine. And if it's all female children, it's also fine.
Okay.
Though, as a person, I desire both male and female children.
Oh, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I desire 2 boys and 1 girl.
2 boys and a girl, okay.
And a girl, yes, that's my desire. Though God has answered my desire to an extent anyway.
So
I have 2 boys already.
So we're waiting for the girl now.
The girl.
Yes.
Hey.
That's a nice one.
Fingers crossed.
But I also believe that, yes, it's God's decision to make. God gives the children. And those children, like our former caller said, those children are gifts to us.
Yeah.
But I also believe, like I told my co-host, that when you ask God before you have that child, before you conceive that child, that God, this is what I want. I do believe that such prayers are answered.
Okay. Hello,
Thank
Mr.
you very much.
Lagojo.
I really appreciate it.
All right, so your girl is coming.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for calling.
Good night. Let me tell you something interesting. All right, good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, we're still there. I didn't know. Sorry. Okay, I had this very interesting gist. I used to work with a bank, and one of my customers came and said, "Oh, my wife put to bed." I'm like, "Hey, congratulations." Man or woman? That's one question. I don't know.
You know how they ask in pidgin? Like, it's funny the way they ask in pidgin. Wait till you born.
Wait till
like,
you
what
born.
did
Now
you give
stone.
birth to?
Duh.
It's so funny.
You know, it's just a default setting. I find myself asking too.
is.
Oh, she just had a baby, and you're like, what did she have, boy or girl? Pfft, hello, she had
had a baby.
what, a crocodile. What you gonna do about it?
That's the most important
Like,
thing.
seriously. You know, so this guy said to me, oh, she had a girl again, but don't worry, I'm moving my bed next to the wall, that when he's about to ejaculate
Oh,
something,
you need
he's
to
going to
continue that.
stamp.
There's a
Okay.
caller, please.
Hold on,
Good
give me
evening,
this
Charles. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good evening,
Good
Charles.
evening, Fome.
Yes.
Darren.
Hi. How are you
Hi,
this
Cheryl.
evening?
I'm cool.
Are you sure? You really sound cool, like very, very cool. Thanks for calling on the show. What's your contribution, please?
My contribution to the topic is that, yes, everybody prefer having a male and a female child.
Okay.
Nobody will tell you that he doesn't want to have a male or a female child.
Definitely.
But let me take you back to those days. For instance, Fome,
Yes.
if you are the only child that your parents give birth to, and along the line they told you that you will not get married, that you will stay at home and answer your father's name, will you accept that?
Mm-mm.
No. Who does that?
You won't, right?
Definitely
I think
not.
I know where he's going.
I can't wait.
So now this is why some fathers or some men prefer having a male child than a female child.
Yeah.
Because there's a point in time where the male child will stand as a pillar of the house, and a female finally get married and leave the compound.
Everybody
Now,
leaves the compound these days.
If you finally get married and leave the compound, that means that lineage is closed, because you can never be in your husband's house and also in your father's house.
Well, way back though.
That was then. Things are changing fast, you know.
That was before, Abby.
Yes, for instance, I said, let me take you back.
Oh, okay, okay.
Now, based on what is happening now, that the same effect is still lingering around. Despite the technology or the awareness that are being created and they're all over the place, that mentality is
The
still,
mindset, yes.
it's still rolling around. I cannot get married now, and my wife will give me 6 ladies or 6 girls. I'll get mad.
But it's not her fault now. Neither is it.
Seriously?
It is more your fault than it's hers.
Yeah.
She's not giving you 6 girls. She's
You
only,
actually gave her.
You gave
went to
her
plant
the girls.
seed.
I understand. I understand that it's not her fault. But
you do?
Basically, based on
tradition.
Okay, let's just say based on tradition, way of life.
Yes.
Definitely the man will not be happy.
But
you understand? The man will not, now we can say that awareness and development have made it less than. You can never see a man now that will say, okay, because you have been giving me female children, pack your face and leave, or do this or do that, because of the awareness. But it still stink.
I think I get what he's saying.
I understand that the man wants the family name to continue, But then when you have the girls and then you don't have a boy yet, it's also understandable. The guy shouldn't be sad because he's not the one. You didn't create that life. All you did was donate the sperm that fertilized the egg.
And it's your fault if there's anybody at fault.
Because you gave the lady the X chromosome that forms the woman. You understand me?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nobody's fault, really.
Yeah, I understand it's nobody's fault. But I'm trying to give you the reason why.
Yeah, I think I understand what he's saying. Like, that's where we are coming from.
Prefer male child
Okay.
instead of female child.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your contribution.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, that's sadly what it is.
That's what it is, really.
You know?
But how about those? There are some men that really don't mind, like they sincerely do not care.
There are some people that do not care anymore. But take a look at Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Dora Akil. These women, they're female children. Obi Ezekwesili.
Breaking ground.
They're doing very well. So why would anybody say that? Oh, because somebody said. I think people now understand that female children, as per career, they're excelling too.
Of course.
You know. However, the fear of taking your father's name and just throwing it away is.
Don't forget that some women these days, they still answer their.
Look at Lara that came to our show here is Lara Kudaisi Emeralds. I understand her father's name is.
So what's the big deal, really?
I mean, Tinubu's daughter is Tinubu Ojo. You have samples
women
here
are getting wealthy these days just as much as men. They're just as hardworking as men.
Joke Silva has preserved her name, so it's. I mean, what's in a name?
Oh, we have another caller, Maxwell from Benin. Good evening, Maxwell. Hello. Hello. I can hear myself, Mr. Maxwell. I can hear myself on your TV set.
My contribution.
Okay.
Yeah, my contribution to the topic is. Yeah. Hello.
Hello, we got you.
Yeah, my contribution to the topic of the day is that every man prefers to have a male child. It's just that if all of us as a group we are all work hard, you understand?
Okay.
At the end of the day, we are expected to have the benefit of working hard. But when some people work hard and they are not getting the benefit, who is to be blamed?
What benefit?
Because they have, everybody have done their own part.
What's the benefit,
I don't quite understand.
What's the benefit of working hard?
The benefit for working hard?
Yeah.
You live a good life.
Okay, so who is not working hard here?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, I'm trying to understand.
I don't quite understand what you say.
Okay, let me put it this way.
All right.
Yeah. The topic is preference for a male child.
Yes.
Or a female child.
Yes.
Yes, what I'm saying in essence is that every man wants to have a male child that will carry on the family name.
Okay.
But if by chance the female child is not coming, no one should be blamed, because if you check it biologically, it is the male, the man that's supposed to produce that male child for the family.
Yes.
So I see no reason why anybody should be blamed for it when the female child is not coming.
Oh,
So for me, if I can have 10 male children straight, I'll be very happy for it.
What of 10 female children?
Wow.
Straight.
No.
No.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
Wow.
Thanks for calling. Have a good evening. We have another caller. Wow. Henry from Jos. Good evening, Henry.
Hello. Hey,
I can hear you loud and clear.
I
yes,
can
and we can hear
too.
us too.
On your TV set.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh no, we lost that caller. Please call back, Henry.
I think because it was like far away from the north.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
No.
That's a joke.
Please call back. Okay, another caller, Michael from Jos. Good
It's hot
evening,
in
Mike.
Just night.
Hello, Mike. Hello, anybody there? We lost that caller. Please call back.
It's
Please
hot
call
in
back.
just
We'd love
tonight.
to hear your contribution.
You know, female children, they just probably just come once you're 16. In fact, 16 is far. Once you're like 12, 13. Go and meet one Alhaji Danladi somewhere and begin to, you know, multiply.
So, Derry, continuing the line of thought, you were saying something about
I was
dragging
actually
the bed and...
Yes. My customer then said to me that, oh, not to worry. After this one, he's not going to have female children because he has learned now that he can move his bed frame, move his mattress close to the wall, and while he's at it, when he gets to that point of ejaculation, he will stamp his feet on the wall, and he's been told that when he does that, he's going to get a male child.
So it then means that the force of...
whatever it means, man.
The force of ejaculation is what determines the sex of the child.
Someone said that. Someone said, you know who I'm talking about, said that if you, if you once you ejaculate pretty fast, you're gonna have female children. If it takes a while for you to ejaculate something,
that's so wrong.
I really do not know
it's more
scientifically.
biological than that. Yeah.
I need to read up extra to know what the speed has got to do with the chromosome that is going to fertilize.
Okay, Michael is calling back. Good evening, Michael. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hello. Welcome to the show.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing great, thank you.
All right. I just want to contribute to the show.
Please go ahead.
Because trying to differentiate between the boy and the girl thing is very wrong because it is God that gives, not a man.
Okay.
So, yes. Because anything God delivers, that is what, that's the production. It's already there. It has already been given.
Yeah.
So me differentiating from a boy and a girl, I want a boy or a girl, that doesn't matter because it's only God that determines what is there.
Yeah.
So even with the men, we don't know what is there. So any man that said he doesn't want, he's blaming his wife, you are the cause of this, he's a wrong man.
They are wrong.
They are wrong. They are wrong.
Totally agree
so
with you.
that nothing like I prefer a male child because for you to produce your sperm and then put inside of the woman, it doesn't mean that you know what is going to be formed. I don't understand.
Yeah, we totally
understand. We agree with you, actually.
Yeah, that's my contribution.
Thank you so much. How many kids do you have now? Sorry, are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm planning to get married, so I pray that God is going to give me my heart desire.
He'll bless you with whatever you desire. Thank you so much for calling.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good night. Bye.
Wow, I like. It looks like a lot of guys now have like correct orientation. No?
We have another caller, Friday from Benin. Good evening, Friday.
Where are the women?
I want to contribute to your program.
Please do. Thank you.
Yes, I don't see any difference between male child and the female child.
Okay.
So to my own contribution, I will say that anyone that God gives to me, I will take it because when you are living this world, you are not going to add whether you don't know whether you have a female child, you don't know whether you have a male child. So to me, I don't put any consideration. Anyone God gives to me, I will take.
Sir, can I ask, what if you are the only son from your parents, and say your surname is Anderson? Now, what's going to happen to that surname if you don't have male children?
Yes, what is going to happen is it depends the generation we are now. If you look at our fourth generation before our own, you will understand that what happened then, nobody can give the record whether my family have a male child or not.
Yes. True that.
Nobody can give that record. So it depends on the individual. As time goes on, fourth generation or third generation in the future may not know even whether I have a male child or a female child.
True. I totally understand what he's saying. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Have a good evening, sir.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
Bye.
We have another caller on the line. Wow.
Hi.
Tommy, we have Tommy on the line. Good evening, Tommy. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Tommy. Hello?
Is Mr. Tommy still there?
Oh, we lost that call. Please call back. We're expecting your call. Thank you.
I think a lot of guys these days are now embracing...
Yeah, they really don't mind.
Their focus is more on school fees, my sister.
Exactly, like you said earlier, it's the boys' school fees. It's the same thing, basically.
And then if you say, okay, you've had 3 girls, you're looking for a boy, look for. By the time you're paying school fees for 20 girls, in a bit to look for a male child, then you settle down and agree that people are really embracing. You see, guys, I think there was one of our Facebook messages. Oh, okay, I'd read something from Facebook afterwards.
Mr. Alfred from Benue State. Good evening. Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. Thanks for calling in on the show.
Yeah, thank you too. I'm Alfred from Benue State.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead with your contribution, please.
Yeah, I want to make some points clear.
Yes.
I'm listening to the program and I want to try to enlighten you people and those listening too.
Okay, please do.
That the sex of a baby truly is determined by the man.
Okay.
Just like you have been saying, the man has 2 chromosomes, 2 pairs of chromosomes, the X and the Y chromosome.
Okay.
And the Y determines the male child. If you combines with the woman's X chromosome,
Yes,
gives
sir.
you a male child. And he also gives the X chromosome, which also combines with the woman's X to give the female child.
Yes, sir.
And these also has to be timing, as in it's very timing. It depends on the level, the stage of the woman, as in ovulation. If the X chromosome does not last more than 24 hours when it is released during intercourse.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. It doesn't last more than 24 hours. So if the Y chromosome, if the man releases it during intercourse, the man, which is the determinant of the sex of the baby, releases these 2 pairs of chromosomes, the X and the Y, at the same time.
Okay.
And if the woman is not ovulating at a particular time, then it is very sure that after 24 hours, the Y chromosome dies off. Yes, and only the X chromosome is left to fertilize the woman's X to give you 2 pairs of X chromosome, which is a baby girl.
So timing is important.
Yes, timing is very important. And again, I want to clear this. There is no man on this planet that does not wish to have a male child.
I know that feeling because I wish to have a mini me just because I want to see.
Yes, again, we have gone beyond the stage where somebody begins very angry because he doesn't have a particular sex of baby or not.
Yeah. You may desire it, but you don't have to react.
Yes, you may desire it, but you have to go extreme and begin to blame who and blame the other person because you don't have it or not. So what you do is, yes, the other caller says God gives babies, but yes, He has given you the power to procreate. So you have to play your own part.
Drop a calendar.
By the timing.
Drop a calendar.
Thank you
Thank you very much.
You just enlightened us. Thank you so much.
Have a good evening, sir.
Good night. Bye.
Thank you very much.
We have another caller, Dayo from Abeokuta. Good evening, Dayo. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, I think we lost that call.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm still online.
Hello, Mr. Dayo. Sorry.
Hello.
Is this Mr. Dayo?
Yeah.
Okay, good evening. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be part of this tonight.
We're happy to
I'm
have you
Let's
too.
start from this. I'm a lecturer, and I'm a lecturer of sociology. Right? So when talking about issues like this, I think people like us can actually contribute well.
Yes, please.
If you ask scientists or even physicians, they will tell you that scientifically there is not really much difference or differences between male and female child in terms of what we can do, in terms of our power or strength, right? So that means we have no premise at all to discriminate between male and female child or children, right?
But having said that, we have to look at this issue from the content. From the context of our culture, the culture in which we found ourselves. Is either we are Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo, and some other ethnic groups. And if you look at all these cultures I've just mentioned, you discover that there is none of them that is not in favor of male child or children, right? And the reason behind that is because we practice what we call patriarchy.
Yeah.
Patriarchy, that is, we trace our lineage to the father's side. And by the time we are gone, we expect our male children to take over from us. Some people can tell you, they will come up online, on air, and tell you that they don't like male child. They can make do with anyone that comes their way. No, it is not like that. And that's the problem we are facing now with respect to our languages. We go to our homes, you discover that we hardly speak our local dialects with our children at home. We all embrace English language. In fact, some people will even go as far as teaching their children how to speak French. You understand? So what will be the position of our language? We cannot say that because they are doing this in the West, and we have to embrace it as well. Yeah. No. There are some of their practices that we can embrace, in as much as they are going to protect or preserve our own cultural heritage and elements, right? But we discover that some people are not even bothered. Again, what would be the fate of our culture if we keep embracing what they practice in other countries? Look at the issue of Angelina Jolie you just mentioned when we started your program.
Yes.
You said she adopted or something, that perhaps she doesn't have a child. Was that not what you said?
She has. I think she has some biological kids.
A biological child.
Yeah, but she also adopted.
But I've heard of so many of them like that they don't really bother. They are not bothered at all. They prefer to just add anything, either a biological child or they go for adoption. So my own position is just that no matter what, we still all prefer to have a male child.
Okay.
But I don't support the fact that because you don't have a male child from a woman, then you go ahead and marry another woman. Because you are actually the one, I'm talking about the man now, you are the one who would give the kind of child, be it male or female, to the woman. The woman is not the one that will determine. Right? That is my contribution.
Thank you so
very much.
Thank you for calling.
This is the first time I'll be watching it, and it's really entertaining. And
thank you so much.
So keep it up.
Yeah, keep watching, sir.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
We have another caller, Moses Wells from Kogi. Good evening, sir. Hello.
Hey, friends. Yeah, how are you?
We're very well, thank you. How's your day, sir?
Where have you people hide Boo Boo?
She's here. Hello, Boo Boo. Boo Boo, say hello.
We didn't hide your Boo Boo.
She's almost here. She's almost
I'm not seeing Boo Boo. I'm seeing Darren and Fomi.
I was just kidding. She'll be here soon.
Wherever you have hide her, please. By next week, I'm going to see Boo Boo on stage.
We promise Boo Boo is coming soon.
Anyway, as regards the issue of child preference,
okay,
I think I have no choice. As for me, I prefer any child God gives to me. When it was my turn to have my own first child, it was a male child.
Okay.
And myself and my wife were arguing about it, and I told her that it's going to be a male child. She said no, she wanted a female child, but it happened that it was a male child. And the second issue was also a concern, and we were like, what do we want now? I was trusting God for it, and it came to be a female child, and we're so grateful to God for it. So I don't think anything God gives to any child, we accept it and we appreciate God for that. I think that is the mind we must carry. Instead of differentiating and say, you must give me a male child, you must do this.
Yeah. All right.
So that's my little contribution, because time is completely against us this evening.
I think you should be in the studio with us. Thank you.
Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling.
I want to read some Facebook messages.
Yes, of course, Facebook comments. Don't forget you can comment on Facebook as well.
Okay. Let me just read this quick one. Kayode is Aishida. I really can't say I have a preference. I'd like both boys and girls, but I'd like a girl first. As a guy, you'd always want something to keep the missus jealous. Really?
Wow. You know what? We have so many comments on Facebook. And yes, the discussion continues on Facebook. I didn't even know we were out of time already.
It was Moses Well that told us.
I know. We're going to continue with the discussion, the topic, and even your comments we're going to take on Monday. And those that can't call in, so sorry, we're out of time, way out of time. And we're going to take our last words quickly and before we call it a night.
Call it a night. I was like, call it a day. All right. Darius' last words. Every child wants to feel like they are different, not clones of their siblings. The best parents can do is stay aware of any preferential treatment they give and try to be as fair as possible. A is not better than B.
Yeah.
A child is a child.
My last words are, whether boy or girl, a child is a precious gift from God, and they should be loved equally and unconditionally, regardless of their sex. Yes, you can't help but
it sounded like people
little cuddly with their soft skin, and come on, a child is a child. Love them.
Share when you see that.
It's been such a wonderful show. Thank you so much to all our callers, all those who commented on Facebook, on our social media platforms. Thank you so much. We really appreciate. We're continuing this topic on Monday. I can't wait. And we have a surprise for you guys on Monday too. You don't want to miss this show for anything. We have to go now from Fome and Aderisola. Bye. Good night.
See you on Monday.